From California's record-shattering 2020 wildfires to the unprecedented hurricane season in the South, climate change is reshaping the country's landscape and coastlines. Science is telling us that time for action is quickly running out. The man tasked with combating this emergency and carrying out President Biden's ambitious climate agenda is Michael Regan, the new Environmental Protection Agency administrator. How urgent is our position as far as our climate's concerned?
We're facing a climate crisis, no doubt, and if we rally the world, it's not too late.
All eyes are on the administration ahead of this week's Earth Day summit, where they'll announce the nation's new commitment to cutting greenhouse gas emissions.
I think that the president is going to announce a really ambitious number, and I believe that most people will be really excited about how aggressive that number is going to be.
Can't tell us right now?
I want to keep my job and not get out in front of the president.
Reductions of 50% or more are possible, nearly doubling President Obama's pledge in 2015. And there's ground to make up, where the past 4 years of environmental deregulation and inaction has left its mark. The EPA is also part of the president's $1 trillion infrastructure plan. Money budgeted for climate-related projects in the billions. But so far, it's struggling to get bipartisan support.
Climate change is having a significant impact on our existing aging infrastructure. But we also need to think about our infrastructure in the context of transportation, cars, larger vehicles are a significant contributor.
Regan confirming his agency is in talks with U.S. automakers about transitioning traditional fuel-burning cars off the road. How are you going to nudge those combustion engine vehicles off the road when they're lasting 10, 12, 15 years?
We're having those conversations right as we speak. It's our job to be sure that we set the rules of the road so that they have the right amount of pressure to move and get there as quickly as possible.
Beyond having those tough conversations to save our planet, Regan's also making history in his new role. You are the first black man to be the head of the EPA. Is that significance lost on you?
Not at all. It's an honor and a privilege. We have to prove to this world that being a black man should not be a disqualifier and that this agency won't lose a step because of black leadership.
What do you think can be done right now to help address those, especially communities of color that are so disproportionately affected by air pollution, water pollution, things like that?
Environmental justice and equity has to be a part of the DNA of EPA. Systemic racism is a problem in this country, and the environment has not escaped that. We have to take a look at where those injustices have occurred.
And as for the rest of the agenda,
I think the president will establish during the summit that we are back and that we are capable of being in a leadership role. So the rest of the world should look out.
Well, the U.S. and China, in fact, the world's two top polluters. John Kerry, President Biden's climate czar, recently meeting with Chinese leaders, and now both countries pledging to enhance efforts and cooperation on climate. China invited to the summit, not clear if they're going to attend. And tomorrow, I give you a first-hand look at GM's new emissions-free production facility outside of Detroit.
I'm so glad you're doing this. I mean, the days go by and it's very easy to not think about it. But then when you do these kinds of stories, Vicki went a little earlier this morning, showed us where all those cardboard boxes are going. It makes you realize we have to do something.
And, you know, Michael Regan's got a 7-year-old son, and he said even the kids are reminding the older folks, by older, he's not really that old, but to stop running the water when you're brushing your teeth and doing different things that we can all do.
Even just the recycling thing, it's, you know, become a thing with the boys. I walk them down the hallway and we recycle all the plastic and the paper, and you know, it's just those little things. Kids are growing up in a different world that I think we grew up in. So great conversation.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.